All right, we are in the city of Curtsy, which is known as the ancient city of Gadarenes. And if you look in the Gospels of Mark chapter 5, Luke chapter 8, and Matthew chapter 8, you'll read a story of how Jesus goes over to the other side from Galilee to a place called Gadarenes. And he encounters two wild men. We often only see one because that's the one who is talking, but there were two wild men. They were naked. They were often chained to the tomb, but the chains couldn't hold them, and they would howl all the time and really were a nuisance in a series of cities called the Decapolis. And the Decapolis are 10 cities. They were Jewish people, but they were Greek in nature. They liked the Greek culture much better. And so some speakers I've heard refer to the other side as kind of a slang, like going to the other side of the tracks. And so when Jesus said, let's go to the other side, he was going over to the more pagan side of Israel. And so when he gets over here, he encounters the crazy men. But what's interesting is as soon as he steps on the shore, the demon-possessed men immediately come under his submission and ask, what do you want to do with us? And Jesus asked the wild men their names, and they said Legion, which means that they had thousands of demons in them. And he was going to cast them out, and they were going to go to the abyss, but they actually begged to be thrown into a herd of pigs, which also shows you that it was Jewish people not living the kosher life. And Jesus allows the demons to go into the pigs, and the pigs rush down the hill, and they drown themselves. And, it's an amazing story. Jesus was not in Gadarenes the first time for very long at all. But yet they heard that the two wild men had been set free from their demons, and so the city actually came out. And when the city came out, they were clothed and in their right mind. And as Jesus is ready to leave, the formerly demon-possessed man says, "Let me go with you. Let me go with you." And Jesus said, "No, go and tell everybody what I've done," which is interesting because this is the first time that he's actually told somebody after he has touched them to go and tell people. And now this is an amazing thing because when Jesus comes back, the people flock to Jesus because the fact is that these demon-possessed men had went and told everybody how Jesus had changed their lives. And so I love the story of Gadarenes, and I love the story of what Jesus did there because it shows you no matter how far you're gone, Jesus can save you. He can bring you back. But also too, the fact is that when Jesus changes us, he's not just done with us, he can use us in powerful ways. And so these 10 Greek cities were evangelized by these formerly demon-possessed men. What an incredible story, not only of transformation, but of gospel power changing whole regions. And when we allow Jesus Christ to change our lives, he can use his Holy Spirit and the power of gospel, not just to change our lives and even our immediate family's lives, but change our whole community. The question is, are we going to allow him to do that?